Alright, here we go. This may... I don't know if it'd be controversial, but I fully expect this video to get me some flack. I fully expect people to think I'm completely taking the piss and whatever, but this, I'm just gonna basically run through it a bit. Not quite like the full version of the main exercise I'm doing at the moment, but this is working really well for me for breaking through the freeze response, addressing the issues of intrinsic memory, you know, where... God, I hope I've got it right this time. But addressing the issue of where all of the experiences you take on, your body takes note of. You know, you basically emotionally you remember it. I mentioned it in the probably the last video I've uploaded, whatever. You know, my last update, which I'm filming straight after. But yeah, this is really helping me take care of this issue. I'm not saying that if you play these songs and do what I'm doing, it will help all of you in exactly the same way, but the point is I'm going to go through this. Hopefully you can glean from it whatever is useful for you. Try a similar approach, use your own memories and your own emotions and your own bits of music or bits of film or whatever that can trigger it for you. Music works really well because it allows me to close my eyes and just, you know, let that feeling run over me. So anyway, forgive me if I'm a bit fidgety. I'm sat on my chair with the legs crossed and I'm like, can't really see it. I can't really set the camera up a bit more convenient. Just not convenient to set it up like that. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, we're gonna give this a go. Like I say, I will do basically a short version of it just so I can walk you through it, what it is that I'm doing in the mornings to wire myself up to stay more in the relaxed state during the day. And if you're more in it, it tends to reinforce itself. You know, if you stay in that state and you get stressful stimulus in, if your outlook is more positive, more, you know, relaxed, it will tend to stress you less. The actual stress itself doesn't matter so much as how you respond to it. If you're already in a more relaxed state, in a more, you know, more parasympathetic nervous system activity going on, whatever, it will tend to not be as bad. And that's why this stuff's really effective, like I say, especially if done in the morning, before you go to work or school, whatever it is you do. It will allow you to stay in that calmer state. So, like I say, we will go through this. Sometimes I meditate quietly, typically I don't, because like I say, I like to use some alpha brainwave music to help nudge me into that direction. I'll probably do a video on that alone before long, but doesn't matter too much. So yeah, like I say, we will give this a go. So the first thing I do, get relaxed. You can do this laid down. You know, I like to do it sitting, like I've mentioned before, sitting in this type of state with my hands on my knees or whatever, you know, sometimes like that, just whatever is comfortable, really, you know, with my posture straight. And some of you may have noticed I mention oral posture a lot in the comments and stuff like that, or a fair amount, you know. So basically you will struggle with having the back straight. This is just, you know, for anyone who's interested in this, you will struggle with having the back straight and the neck straight if your tongue isn't up. You know, there's the roof of your mouth, you know, back to front. The tongue goes up on the roof of the mouth. You know, roof of the mouth, whatever. It goes up like that. Not just the tip, the whole tongue. It literally pushes your head up and literally straightens it out. It's why a lot of the time people with this type of posture, they will really struggle to address it. If the tongue isn't up, you're going to struggle. You'll have to use force. The tongue is a very important bit. I will definitely be doing videos on oral posture and that sort of thing in the future. Mainly I'm waiting until I've got more results with the teeth and that, because one of the signs that it's working and all the muscle tensions get better and all that is they will get closer together. And I can already see it very subtly so compared to my first videos from a few months back. These are, I think they're called lateral incisors. I'm not sure of all the details, but they're getting closer together. So this tongue stuff works. And it's helping me address my posture, which will indirectly help the tinnitus. But anyway, it's 4 minutes in, I've rambled enough, let's get on with it. So, like I say, typically I use cartoon themes from childhood, because there's so many reasons to it, but basically for me, it connects me instantly to that emotional state I was feeling at the time. I have some incredibly clear, vivid memories from 2 or 3 years old that listening to this stuff immediately reconnects me to, long before the stress that come along at age 14, 15 that led to getting the tinnitus. You know, long before tinnitus, back when things were great, you know, nostalgia. It's a very powerful feeling. We can use it for healing, you know. So yeah, again, I fully expect to get a lot of flack for this. Feel free to tell me if you think it's bollocks. I don't mind. This is just what I do. It's having a definite effect on my tinnitus. It's having a very definite effect on my outlook and my mood. everything. It's helping me stay more in the right balance. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. So the first song I'm going to play, any 90s kids will recognize this one. There you go. So I'm in the position, listening, feeling the emotion. It's a bit blunted because I'm talking about it. And I hope the levels are about right, we'll find out in a bit. But yeah, immediately, this takes me straight back to a very strong memory from my childhood, where I was about 6 years old. I was around my best mate's house, and we'd very recently become best mates, so that, I was nice, fun, exciting, relaxing, and this come on. First time I'd seen it, it's fairly recently out, and it's such a nostalgic feeling. I instantly, like I said, I've got the hairs on my arms sticking up. It instantly takes me back to that feel. And so what I'll do, close my eyes, sit, breathe deep, through the nose, out through the nose, in, out, don't use the mouth. It's my take anyway, you do what you like. Yeah, goosebumps, down the spine, all of it. Just straight away, I'm feeling more in that state, more optimistic, It's a subtle thing, but it's very powerful. And yeah, just sit, breathe it in. So I'll talk to you in a minute. Let your posture wander if it needs to. It will take you some time to get, decent at it. But like I say, you can do this led down. You can do it in whatever position's comfy. I just feel this position makes me feel more zen-like, more relaxed. Like it's having more of an effect. And if you believe it, it will have a subtle physical effect. So yeah, I've talked about belief and that sort of thing before, I think. Maybe not in this way, but it definitely works. So I'm immediately feeling more relaxed and calm. And all I'm doing, breathing deep, relaxing, not even focusing on the breath particularly, just staying calm. Feeling my posture nice and straight, tongue's up on the roof of the mouth. Chin's tucked slightly, straightens the back of the neck out. I will definitely get into the oral posture videos in the future. But yeah, like I say, for now, don't worry about that stuff. Just, if you're following along or whatever, just relax. Do it laid down, do it sat down, in a chair, whatever. But yeah, this song has such strong meaning for me. Because, like I say, I was a happy, carefree kid. I was around my best mate's house. You're more receptive as a kid. This sums up most of my childhood. And I'm sure it's exactly the same for a lot of you kids that grew up in the 90s like me. This bit. Just, yeah. Pure emotion. No question. So yeah, let's say, typically I won't be talking all over it. I'm just literally sat, relaxing, breathing, staying calm, focusing on the feelings I'm feeling. Let's say this, because it brings up such a strong feeling, it's a subconscious thing, it's not a conscious thing. I'm not thinking, oh yeah, I remember that was nice back in the day. No, it's a feeling. It's a visceral, very real feeling I'm getting, and it completely works. It really works for me. It feels bloody brilliant the past few days. To be waking up, taking my time, not rushed, not trying to force myself to do this, but then doing this and then going about my day, I'm way more jovial in the day. And granted, I've been at this sort of stuff, not like using things specifically like this, but I've been at this stuff for a while, with trying to relax more. Mainly, I just try to feel more at peace during the day, more calm and all that. But this is it's a big trick to me. It's working really well. So yeah, when I'm doing this stuff, I will sit, I will listen to the songs, I will relax. I won't pay so much attention to them, it's just going on. And yeah, I will be mindless up here. This bit blank, just in the brain, I'm not worrying, I'm just sat, enjoy the physical feelings of what's going through me. Because my body remembers these times, that's what intrinsic memory is. It remembers this stuff. It immediately sums up that positive feeling. And yeah, it's one of the most effective things I've got for getting through this. So let's do another one. Let's do another tune. This one. Right. Might take a minute. It's not a cartoon this time. Don't worry. I'm a grown-up. Some of you might recognize it. Oh, my chair keeps spinning round. But yeah. Here we go. Hercules theme. I was 3 years old. This was before I got into cartoons and stuff. I have very vivid memories of watching it and just that feeling. You know, before you're too consciously aware or able to think like that. Yeah, I remember, you know. And again, just doing nothing more than breathing deep through the nose. Keeping my posture straight and relaxed. Feels nice, you know. Shoulders are nice and back. Not pulled back, but just back. Yeah, it feels very physically relaxing. I need to build up a bit of strength to do it for longer periods, but it's working. And yeah, just let the feelings run over me. Let's say, I was 3 years old when I first heard that. It was, yeah, it connects me straight to it. Not quite as powerfully as the Pokemon theme, I was a bit younger, you know, really remember, but yeah, it works. Next one is another one. Most of these are quite short, I do prefer to use longer ones. And yeah, this song, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a biker when I grew up. You might like that, Aid. This was the closest that I got to it. Don't know if anyone saw the cartoon, it's just a rip-off of the Ninja Turtles, but yeah, I was 3 years old again. I have a very vivid memory of before nursery school, just before going, I was trying to finish watching it, because school started at 9, behave. School started at 9, this cartoon finished at 10 past, and even then, just, yeah, I wanted to sit and finish watching the damn cartoon. I remember the episode, I remember the themes of the show. Yeah, it's that strong an emotion. And like I say, it bypasses all the conscious restraint, all of that stuff for me of, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to sort that. I'm just sat relaxing. So yeah, let's say that's another one. There's a million I could use. I'm trying to focus on some of the bigger ones that are, you know, have an easy thing that I can connect to with it. The themes for these cartoons. It's an unbelievably powerful feeling. This one's another one, it's a bit later on. Where is it? Come on. I was definitely a teenager by this point. Just a good song. But again, it's a fairly vivid memory. Good feelings, you know. Because at this point in my life, the stress was starting to pick up quite a lot. I was about 19, I think. And yeah, the stress was definitely kicking on, you know. It was having its physical effect on me by that point. I wasn't quite at the point of getting tinnitus yet. But it was getting there. It was starting to happen. And yeah, this one was just... I remember spending time with my brother. Just sitting and watching, you know, we were getting drunk. And we were clicking random bloody cartoons on the net. You know. And this was one of the ones we found. So yeah, it's just an unbelievably, getting emotional talking about it. Weird. I don't get, like, you know, emotional and teary and that, but it's the physical reaction, it's just, whoa. Really blows my mind. And I can't believe I didn't think of using this sort of stuff before. But yeah, it just reminds me and my brother relaxing, even with all that crap going on at the time. It's just, you know, it's the, you know, the calm in the middle of the storm. Very good feeling. Just gonna sit and relax to this. Let's say, breathing deep, in, out. All quiet up here, very calm. Not thinking. Feel what's going on. This will break straight through the freeze response if you've got similar things you can use. Starting to work now. Really starting to calm down. And yeah, I definitely feel some sort of degree of what Adrian's described, getting craniosacral therapy. It's obviously not the same, not by any stretch. You know, there's no physical manipulation going on. Maybe because I'm making a point of sitting with a bit of better posture. Don't know. It wouldn't have that big an effect, but I feel that bubble-like feeling going down my spine. You know, I felt a bit of release in some of the muscles and that, which, yeah, definitely possibly the postural thing. But just, I'm relaxing, you know? I'm relaxing very much. It's a nice feeling. It's really nice to sit and feel this feeling. But anyway, so that's enough bits of music that I do. Like I say, I will tend to do 10, 15 minutes of it. And if I'm in a, you know, if I feel like I need to connect to the feeling, break through the freeze response, if I've had a stressful day the day before, whatever, I'll tend to be a bit more stressed in the morning. You know, my tinnitus will be a bit louder, so I'll want to, you know, dip into this feeling, use this stuff to trigger me there, you know. Don't know what you'd call it, but just, it gets me straight there. Every time, to some degree or another, and it makes meditation quite easy. If I'm already in quite a good mood, if I'm already quite relaxed and, you know, pretty calm about it, then I'll tend to use something like this. Which is, this one is alpha brainwave music, which I don't know if there's much validity to it. I'm sure there is in theory. The idea is nice. And again, if you believe it, the placebo effect, it will have some sort of physical effect. And it just sounds nice and calming anyway. So I'll tend to sit, relax, and meditate to this if I'm already starting in a good enough mood that it's easy to get into the relaxed place. So I'm just going to meditate to this for a bit. Then I'll stop music. I'll just sum everything up again. Probably talked enough. And that'll do, I think. Feel free to join in at home. I say, decent posture. And you can do it, led down. People do tend to fuss about the details. This is about the mental and emotional thing. The physical stuff can help, but I definitely class it as second to the emotional stuff. Definitely. If you're going to focus on something, focus on feeling more relaxed. Any day over the physical stuff. Again, just breathing deep. Focusing on that kind of feeling. Not thinking. Staying calm. Being at peace. And people in the background wondering about outside. Perfect. And this thing's, you know, lasts like 3 hours, this tune I'm using. I won't post links or nothing, I don't know how it works with copyright, but just type alpha brainwave music and pick one and you'll be fine if you want to try this out. Yeah, even with the camera roll and that, you know, it's a slight distraction or whatever. I'm focused on that a bit. I'm still feeling the relaxation. It's a very nice feeling. Not as physically strong as using like the Pokemon theme or things that anchor me to positive memories, emotions. Emotions that are buried very deep and they're very powerful, but this works pretty damn well. It's very relaxing. And like I say, if I'm already in a good mood, a good state, I don't need nudging there, I'll use this and I'll meditate. At some point I plan on meditating in silence, but for now I'm using every little advantage I can get, because I've still got a lot of ground to cover with, you know, getting into that state more and curing my tinnitus. You know, definitely got a long way to go. That's it, I don't mind. I'm just, you know, relaxing like this. I know it's improving the tinnitus. I know if I just keep this feeling to some degree all day, it will get better. Can't complain in the grand scheme, to be honest. Really can't. Yeah, I'll just sit 15, 20 minutes like this. That'll do. Probably go do it after this now. Feels really nice. Like I say, it's a very nice thing to do. And it's very different from most of my day-to-day life. Typically, like I say, I've had issues with mistaking distraction for relaxation, and I'm sure a lot of you will have the same problem. Feeling true relaxation, like I've seen people that have craniosacral therapy describe, it can be hard to get to because you don't know what you're referencing to get there. Just sitting and watching a nice film or relaxing or whatever. Well, I've had a few days recently because the weather's been nice, which is odd in Britain, I can tell you, but it's been really nice. You know, nice sunshine throughout most of the day. I've been sat, you know, on the grass outside with some friends, you know, drinking and just not much, you know, not much alcohol. I don't drink much, but the vibe, the atmosphere. And the alcohol definitely spikes my tinnitus, you know, it raises it quite a bit, makes it thicker, but besides the point here. So yeah, just been outside relaxing and doing that stuff, but I can still feel whirring away up here. I'm still in that state, you know, restless, anxious. There's some stress response, that adaptation going on. And that's, you know, like I say, this stuff breaks through it for me really well. It's probably the most effective thing I've used so far, because it's just, yeah, for me, it's very powerful. So anyway, that's probably it for this video. I recommend giving it a try. Don't copy my, you know, my list or whatever. Use your own. Remember your own memories. It doesn't have to be, you know, cartoon themes or anything, but the sillier the better. If it's silly, you'll tend to laugh. And if you laugh, you'll tend to engage the parasympathetic nervous system more. You'll relax more. The meditation will work better. You know? Seems nuts. I fully expect to get some shit for this. I really do, because for anyone that's really locked in the fear type state, this will seem ridiculous. Like I'm really taking the mick out of you. I'm not. This works really well for me. It breaks through a lot of the crap. It's letting me clear things out and stay in a more positive state, which is the entire point with tinnitus. So yeah, like I say, make your own lists, you know, whatever bits of music, anything, doesn't matter, even not. Just if you're going to meditate, focus on those types of memories, feel the feeling, feel it down here, don't think it, feel it. Feel what you felt then. And use that as a basis, use that as your reference point for relaxation. Like I say, I struggle to break through to being genuinely relaxed, but I can remember what I used to feel like with it. Like I say, listen to the Pokemon theme, I remember being around my mate's house and seeing it for the first time and being blown away. And at that point, just everything in my world was just completely overwhelmed with joy, you know? It seems silly, you know, it was only a cartoon, but that's the point. It was like that for me at the time. It's in there somewhere physically. So yeah, I'm definitely rambling a bit now, but try this stuff out. Just whatever you can take from this video, try it out. I really hope it helps you. It seems to be really helping me. The best of luck, guys. I wish you well. I'm sure I'll come up with more little tricks and stuff that work for me, and I'll share them with you, you know, when and if I try them out and I see they work much. So yeah, best of luck. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.